Hello, hello. The holidays are coming up. We're just a couple weeks away, and I wanted to do a whole show dedicated to free, yes, completely free, holiday sewing and quilting inspiration. I'm going to go over some of my favorite free patterns and sewing and quilting tutorials. Well, actually a couple I just found this week that I thought were super cute. So that's what we're going to be doing this evening. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to Sewing Report Live. I'm Jen. Every Sunday night at 6 p.m. we go over the latest in the world of sewing and crafts. I hope everyone is having a great weekend. We're going to get into the show shortly. I do have a couple just quick housekeeping rules. If you're here, I greatly appreciate it. We have a very lively community chat and comment section. I do ask that you be polite, respectful, kind, no links, no politics, no spam, no self-promotion. Be cool. And also, if you have some favorite free, yes, they have to be free, patterns or tutorials that you would like to share, you're welcome to leave it in the live chat, or if you're watching on the replay, you're welcome to leave a comment. I just ask that you don't link to websites. So if you do want to chime in with your own suggestions or maybe some of your favorites, put the name of the pattern or tutorial and then the designer. But I just ask no links to anything. I'm not comfortable with people sharing random links. I'm not able to vet them. So if you do want to share some of your favorite free patterns and tutorials, just drop the name of whatever the pattern or tutorial is along with the designer name, or whoever put it out. So I hope everyone's doing well. This is an independent show, and it is only sponsored by my own Etsy shop. Yes, the Sewing Report Etsy shop. Currently running a sale. I sell sewing supplies and fabric and also a few handmade items. And I'm currently running a promotion at the sewingreport.etsy.com. You'll get 15% off of orders of $75 or more and free shipping on that. But I also offer free shipping on orders of $35 or more. Lots of different fabrics, lots of stuff for your sewing and quilting needs. So check it out if you'd like to support the show. This is one way you can do so. You can also leave like super chats, super stickers, whatever. But my Etsy shop is sewingreport.etsy.com. And as like a special, I'll tell you what, as like a special gift for people who watch this show, if you place any Etsy order, yes, like any, you can order anything. Doesn't have to be a certain dollar amount. If you place an order, I'll give you until tomorrow night. So tonight's Sunday. If you are watching this show and you order something today or tomorrow, no matter what it is, I will include a free made in 2024 sew-in label. So again, with any order. So it doesn't have to be a certain dollar amount, anything like that. So I will throw in a free label. Here it is. Super cute. They are kind of a cream color and gold, really nice, and you can add a really special finishing touch to your sewing and quilting projects. Lost focus here. All right, yeah, sometimes I have trouble with this particular camera. Let's see if we can get it in focus again. All right, let's see here. What is going on? All right, let me see if I can do this. All right, I'm going to put it in the palm of my hand, but they're super cute, and I've been using them in some of my own projects. Okay, here we go. And I will send you a free label with any order if you place an Etsy shop order either today or tomorrow. So that's going to be for all of you watching, just as a special holiday thank you gift. Again, any order doesn't have to be something specific. So yes, check out the Sewing Report Etsy shop. And I do have like a kind of a quick update. So a few weeks ago, we found out live on the air that JOANN seems to have their YouTube channel hijacked. Like, it seems like it had been taken over by some random crypto scam type thing. And I am happy to report that it does appear that JOANN has gotten their YouTube channel back, which does happen occasionally. I've seen YouTube channels get hijacked, like, just through, like, some sort of weird scam. Like, somebody clicked on a link and then they logged in with the credentials, and then somebody, like, steals the channel. So it does appear that JOANN's has the YouTube, because I keep checking back. So they lost the channel for like a couple of weeks, and it seems like whoever is behind the JOANN Fabrics social media, it does appear that they now have access to the channel back. All the content seems to have been restored. So that's good. You know, I think that's a good thing, because it kind of sucks to have your YouTube channel hijacked by a random crypto scam. So it looks like, yeah, they still have their 343,000 subscribers. They've got, and it looks like they are starting to put up some tutorials and stuff. So, I mean, good for JOANN's. I think that's cool. So they've got some, they're starting to put up some, okay, wow. Okay, yeah, it looks like they kind of, so they put up a commercial about a month ago, and I think I remember seeing that commercial. It looks like they kind of abandoned the channel for about a year. And now it looks like they're sort of starting to upload some content. So it looks like maybe they're trying to... okay, I like how it says... I don't know if we're meant to see this. I like how it says in parentheses for paid campaigns. I'm not really sure what that's all about. Like how to piece hexagon quilt shapes Klarna gift cards. So I don't know. Maybe these are supposed to be unlisted videos. But yeah, the playlists are back and all of the content. So if you were, you know, if you did follow the JOANN's YouTube channel and you enjoyed the videos, yeah, I mean, they do have some tutorials and whatnot. So I think that's cool. But it looks like they do have the channel back, which, you know, I think is a plus, because, you know, nobody really deserves to get their YouTube channel stolen. That's not cool. But yeah, for a while, the channel had been taken over by a crypto scam. And then it was actually deleted for a while. Like, the channel was totally wiped out. And it looks like they're back. So, good on JOANN's. I think that's great that they, yeah, good that they got the channel back. All right, we've got Jenny in the house. Hello, Jenny. And we've got Joelle. Welcome. Welcome. And I hope everyone's gearing up for the holidays. I know it's Christmas is like, what, like 2 or 3 weeks. It came up on us fast. I'm going to be real. I'm not ready for Christmas. I'm not really ready for Christmas. So we are going to be going over some free patterns, tutorials that would be good for holiday gifts or even like holiday decor. Maybe you want to try to make some things. Also, you could, you know, so at least definitely with my, a lot of these are tutorials that I've put out. I don't care. You guys are welcome to make and sell on a handmade basis. I really, you know, I don't care about that. So you're welcome to, you are more than welcome to sell, you know, again, not like a factory or anything, but on a handmade basis, any of my tutorials or free patterns, if you want to try to sell them on Etsy or craft fairs or anything like that. So you're welcome to, yeah, I know, I'm just not ready. I am not ready for Christmas. My mom is on like a Hawaiian cruise right now. I think she's on her way back. So she was actually gone for Thanksgiving. So we didn't really even do anything for Thanksgiving, which is kind of crazy. All right. So yeah, the JOANN's YouTube channel has been restored. So I think that's good. Good on JOANN's, good on YouTube that at least, yeah, I mean, it's not good to have your YouTube channel. Definitely not good to have your YouTube channel hacked. Hello, hello, hello. All right. All right, yes. So, yeah, I've put out a lot of free tutorials over the years. Again, I'm a content creator. I'm not, you know, I don't make money. I really don't make money selling my patterns or anything, or I don't really even sell a lot of handmade items in general. But pretty much anything I put out, if it's on the YouTube channel, and I've done like a tutorial on it, and it's my own original, it's my own original design, you know, design. I'm not really a designer. That's why all my stuff is free, is because it's pretty basic. And also, I know some people have said like, hey, I wish we had like written instructions. Guys, that's why it's free. You know, because I don't have written instructions, I wouldn't feel right charging for some of my templates or patterns or tutorials. Again, I'm a YouTube creator. That's not really my business model. Other people do have that business model. But yeah, like if I was to charge for like a pattern or tutorial, I obviously would have like I would only want to do it if I could like do very detailed, you know, an instruction booklet, and I just don't really have the time to do it. So I don't really have the time to do that. So that's why I make all my stuff for free. Plus my stuff, like none of my stuff is very complicated. It's pretty like basic stuff. So that's another reason why I have chosen as a business owner only to do free stuff in that vein. I do think there is a real place for paid patterns. Don't get me wrong. I think a lot of patterns are worth paying for, but I wanted to do this show dedicated specifically to free patterns and tutorials, just because I don't, you know, one, a lot of us are on a budget, and I also wanted to just dedicate this so you didn't have to spend any money in order to get these patterns or tutorials. So I hope everyone's doing great. I'm gonna get some water real quick. Okay, oh, and by the way, everything I'm referencing, there are links in the description box. So, and after this live stream is over, I will also put the whole kind of my show notes in the comments as well to make it easy to see. But all of the links to everything I will be referring to are in the description box. So if you want to check everything out, you can. All right, so I started this playlist a few years ago. Oh, and a lot of the fabric, I used a lot of fabrics that I sell in the Etsy shop. So if you like the fabrics choices, a lot of it actually currently is available in the Sewing Report Etsy shop. Okay, so let's check out. Now, I linked this playlist. I started this holiday sew-along series a couple years ago. And yeah, I still have a lot of the fabric available. So this is a pretty easy, so if you want to get like just a quick, you know, one click, it'll take you to the playlist, and then you can watch all of these videos. So I've got quite a few. So first I got like an intro video, and then these DIY drawstring bags, which I actually have a couple right with me here. Yeah, so a lot of the, actually pretty much most of so the only paid, there is one paid pattern in here, but that's not like my design. The snow hoop ornaments is a paid pattern, but again, everything else in there is free. And the snow hoop ornaments was not my pattern. That's just but I did use some of the fabric that I think, no, actually, I might actually want to take that out of the playlist, but, yeah, there's only one that's paid, but again, I'm not going to be focusing on that. It just happens to be in the playlist. But pretty much everything else is a free, and it's either like, you know, cut and measure, or there's a template for it. So we've got the DIY drawstring bags, giant. I made like very big. I mean, I have very long, thick hair, so I need a little bit more of a substantial scrunchie. So there is a tutorial. And these are all like complete step by step. These are not like I don't gloss over stuff, and it's not, you know, hard to follow. These are step by step, you know, very up close, lots of close-ups. These are more in-depth tutorials, sew-along videos. So I've got lots of different, I've got a few drawstring bag tutorials, how to make scrunchies. Again, these could be for you. These could be for a gift. You can sell these. I have a boxy pouch, mini Christmas stocking, a very quick DIY key fob wristlet. That's actually super quick. And you can really batch sew quite a few of those at a time. Those are actually very quick last minute gifts. Yeah, I got a clear vinyl zipper pouch. So if you have vinyl, that could be a good project. Scrappy lined drawstring bags, and then the snow hoop. That's the only one that's not free. I didn't actually see that when I was putting this together. And then I have a zipper pouch tutorial, again with like kind of curved corners. Again, these are all, I would say they're all fairly beginner friendly. Except for the snow hoop ornaments, they're all free. But again, I'm not focusing on that one, and that's not my tutorial. But there's templates, or there's cutting instructions. So this is the holiday sew along video series playlist. And yeah, you can see, like, yeah, all you have to do is click on the different videos, or you can watch them all.
It's hard.
But this is,
These drawstring bags.
I feel like I got together a pretty good list of things that are easy, not super time consuming, and things that would be good for, you could use these as like gift wrap, so you could use those to put gifts inside, or the item itself would make a good gift. So this is my holiday sew along series. And I'll show you guys some of the items up close. So this is a playlist. That's like the first link in the description box. So I hope that helps everybody. And I started putting that together like a couple years ago. But here's some of the items. So we'll go over them. So let's see here. Let me take a look at the... Okay, so the first tutorial is for drawstring bags. So these are the drawstring bags that I made. And this one has, I show in the video, they are lined. So there's no like raw or exposed edges. They don't take up a ton of fat. Like you can use fat quarters for these. So this is actually kind of a good scrappy project if you have like fat quarters or fabric of around that size. Yeah, no really cute box corners on this one. Lined, you just need some like half inch binding tape, or what is this called, twill tape. Yeah, no raw edges, really cute. You can use lots of different you can customize these. You could do scrappy versions of this. And then I also showed how to make one just with regular, like this is like more of a flat drawstring bag with no boxed corners. So I think this is a fair, not a terribly complicated project. You can make a few of these in an afternoon. You can batch sew. You can really, customize it with the fabric. You could even embroider these. So you could embroider fabric and then cut out your pieces. So there are a lot of options. And I think I had, I've done other drawstring bag tutorials in the past with different sizes. So if you search drawstring bag sewing report on YouTube, you should be able to also find pretty much every video I've done I've done a few drawstring bag tutorials of different sizes, different makeups. Like some of them are like, some of them are more scrappy or have some like quilt block type construction. This is just kind of with, these are just sort of like whole, these aren't really scrappy. These are just like, hey, this is the fabric. And I actually do sell these fabrics in the Etsy shop. This is from the Peppermint Fabric Collection by Figo Fabrics, designed by Dana Willard of the Made Everyday YouTube channel. Super cute fabrics. And I do sell these particular fabrics in the Etsy shop. I've got some half-yard bundles. It says I have 2 in the shop, but I could definitely make more. So if you are interested, I do have half-yard bundles of a lot of these fabrics. It includes, and I also have this, the bundle includes this Christmas tree fabric, which is super cute, the pink and white Christmas trees. This is another tutorial. This is, these are just cute little fabric baskets. You can use something like Soft and Stable or Pell and Flex Foam to give the basket more, stability. Or you can use, with these versions, I just used regular stabilizer, like I used Pellon Shape Flex 101. So these are a little bit, these don't have the quilting, so you could do a quilted version, or you could do just like a regular standard basket with just some fusible interfacing. But yeah, super cute. So you could use these as like little, decor around your house, or you could use it to put little gifts in them. I just think these turned out really cute. I'm glad I made these, and I really think it helps show off the fabric print. So these are just little fabric baskets. Here, I'll kind of show an overhead shot too, so you can see some of the items. So you can see my workspace here. But yeah, these are all the samples. This is one of the key, and by the way, I'm going to give some of these out as gifts this year. I've been holding on to them. I've been holding on to these since last year, so I'm actually going to gift some of these items to people this year. So this is a key fob I made. Real quick fabric key fob, really easy. This is one of the tutorials. And this is a really, again, these would be great as like last minute gifts, gift exchanges, or if you're, you know, you want to maybe try to sell these on Etsy, sell these at your local craft fair. This would be a good option. You can buy the hardware. I got my hardware from Amazon. I think I got mine from Amazon. You can get on Amazon. The hardware is actually pretty inexpensive, and you'll get like 100 of them, so you can get a lot of hardware in like a large pack. I also did use some pliers with this. I am glad I got the pliers though. So this is another gift idea, and also like it doesn't take up a lot of fabric. So this is another really great good scrap fabric project because you don't need a lot of fabric. There is some stabilizer in here. And again, really, and you can also make these different, you can make these different lengths. So I tried a few different lengths. It's a wristlet, it's a keychain, but very cute and kind of a nice little festive gift. You can use different kinds of fabrics. Let's see here. You could also do things like I've made these were just like some little kind of afternoon projects. You could do easy coasters, mug rugs. You could make these, I could make this larger and it could be sort of like a placemat or like a charger for like a holiday dining tablescape type of thing. So if you made this, I think I do have this as a tutorial. I think I did a video like scrap fabric projects or something. But if you just made this item, this is like a hexagon. If you just made this a lot larger, it could be a really cool placemat. You could do holiday fabrics so that it's, you know, more festive. And I think I put some Insulbrite in here. So Insulbrite is good for things like pot holders or, you know, hot pads, things that you're going to put, you know, casserole dishes on. But these are really quick to make as well. And again, you don't need that much fabric, but you do want some things like some quilt batting and some Insulbrite. You can also, another tip, you can put a piece of canvas, sandwich some canvas in there, and that will make it pretty, that'll give it some nice stability. So if you put some canvas, cotton canvas, as one of the layers with the Insulbrite and the cotton, use all cotton. If it's going to be exposed to heat, you definitely want all cotton quilt batting. Don't use, I would not recommend using like the polyester. Use like the cotton batting. I know the Insulbrite is polyester, but I like to use cotton quilt batting when I'm, you know, doing that with it. Just so that whatever the top layer is that's going to be actually making contact with the thing. I personally like to use a cotton batting and not a synthetic. But yeah, so my sandwich will typically be like cotton batting, the Insulbrite, and then on the cotton canvas, and then like my backing fabrics. So I'll actually do like 5 layers when I'm doing an item like this. I don't know what you do. I know different people have different methods, but that's sort of the combination I like is, you know, top fabric, cotton quilt batting, the Insulbrite, cotton canvas, and then backing fabric. And I like to use mostly quilting cotton for any project that's going to be used as sort of like a heat pad, an oven mitt, a coaster that might have hot drinks on it, anything like that. Oh, this was another tutorial that's in the playlist. These are just little mini Christmas stockings. Again, you can customize these. You can do all kinds of stuff with them. Do I have the other one? Wait, I don't know where my other one went. But I did have another one I made of different fabric. This is with the, the garland fabric. This is really cute. By the way, I sell this pink fabric by the yard as well. So I made these little stockings. And I put some pom-pom trim on it. So again, and you could also use this to put like little gifts in them. You could use these as like little mini stockings, put candy in here, put like small items in here, but these are good, and this does not take a super long time either. So this is another idea. These are little mini stockings. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, here are the scrunchies. Like I make mine super big because you can tell I have I have a lot of hair and it's very thick. So your typical scrunchie doesn't really cut it for me. So that's why I decided to make my own, you know, kind of massively. I actually could have put, I feel like I should have made the elastic a little bit shorter so that there was more give to this. I don't know, but I think these turned out pretty good. Yeah, these are very large. Yeah, I can definitely wrap this around like 3 times with my hair. And I just used some of these peppermint fabrics. This is and by the way, this print is super cute with the gift bows. So this print, which again is in the Etsy shop, it's a white background and then it has sort of like rainbow colored gift bows, which I actually think is a really cool print. So I've got a fabric basket I made in this print. And then I also have this little cute tiny boxy pouch. This is actually a pretty popular video tutorial I've done. And while I put a little loop on mine, you could also put you could definitely easily put a D-ring or like a lobster clasp on it if you wanted to make a clip-on thing. So that'd be very easy to do. If you wanted to make this more of like a keychain, you certainly could. I just decided to put a loop on it, but yeah, if you wanted to, you know, if you wanted to make it a keychain or like a bag charm or something, all you would have to do is attach like, you'd have to slide a D-ring into this loop before you sewed it into the pouch, or you could put one of those, lobster clasp type things, and then you could hook it. You could actually hook this to other items. So I actually keep my pouches. I kept my pouches stuffed with just a plastic bag, just to help the item keep its shape. This is fully lined, so there are no raw edges, but really cute. Just little. You could keep, you could keep lip gloss in here. You could put, just like little odds and ends in here. You know, I could probably put this scrunchie in here, actually. Here we go. Let's put the scrunchie in here. So there's a lot of different things you could do. You could probably put gift cards in here. I bet that would fit. So you could put gift cards. You could put you could kind of use this you could also use this as a Christmas ornament. If you wanted to get a hook, you could hang this from the tree if you wanted to. But this was one of the free patterns tutorials I've got on that playlist. I'm actually going to be gifting these to some folks this Christmas and putting some little gifts inside. But yeah, you could put gift cards, cash inside if you wanted to surprise them with that. So I've got this one here. I'll stuff it back again. Again, I like to stuff it just because it helped the pouch keep its shape here. All right, so I've got this. All right, let's zipper up. So this is in the gift bow print, and then I made another one in the garland print. So this one I did, and I decided to use pretty colorful. I used like sort of, here, I'll put the overhead camera again. I decided to use pretty cute, kind of cute coordinating zippers. So I just used like your regular nylon zippers here. You could use any zipper really. And the pattern the only thing is you can't really, actually I take that back, you can't really use a metal zipper because you do end up sewing over the zipper teeth. So yeah, okay, I take that back. I would recommend using nylon zippers that you can sew over. I forgot about that part. Sorry guys, it's been a few years since I put that out. So this is another one, and this one has the pink. This one's lined with the pink triangle fabric. And then, yeah, it's got kind of like a mint green zipper. And then the white one with the gift bows has like I don't know, would you call this Wedgwood blue, like a Wedgwood blue zipper? But yeah, really cute little project. Doesn't take a super long time. And it's fully lined, so there's no raw edges or raw fabric poking out of anything. There we go. We'll put these in the baskets. Oh, another tutorial I put out was for these clear vinyl pouches. So these were pretty easy to put together because it's all kind of closed up with this bias binding. So these, and this one I did use a pretty fun, I would say a fun zipper. So this also has no exposed edges. I actually did have kind of a lining on the inside. We do kind of have a lining on the inside here. Yeah, this would be good for, you know, like to put in a larger bag if you're, these would be great if you're traveling. So yeah, you can, zips open, and then it all kind of closes up with this bias binding for kind of a pretty, I would say a pretty neat finish here. So this is another tutorial that you will find in that playlist. This fabric, I forgot, well, I think it was like cotton. I feel like it might be cotton and steel fabric, maybe. I think I had a fat quarter bundle of that collection. And then the other one has the Christmas tree print, which again is part of the peppermint fabric collection. That's in the Sewing Report Etsy shop. So this is the other one I made with the, this one has like kind of just more of a basic white zipper tape with gold. I lined it with, again, the pink triangle fabric, and then I put like sort of a matching blue. This was like this was just, was it that, this was from that company, right? You know, the basic one that's in all the JOANN stores and everything. This was like just Wright's bias tape. So again, on the upside with this one, I didn't have to make this bias tape. I just used store-bought bias tape. But this is a pretty good project if you want to sew with clear vinyl. And the clear vinyl I used has some sparkles in it, so that kind of adds like a fun element you can use. And I've noticed you can buy all kinds of clear vinyl with designs now. You can get this one's glitter. You can get all sorts of different options for vinyl. It comes in there's a lot of different colors. So I feel like we as sewists have a lot of options in terms of fabrics, in terms of materials to work with. You could also embroider this top part here. So if you wanted to do somebody's name and customize it, you could add one of the Made in 2024 labels. I could have sewn that into the binding. That could be sort of a fun touch. So this is another project that is on that playlist. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff we're working with here. All right, I'm gonna get some water real quick. Let's read some of your comments. All right, we've got Maria. Hello from Glen Burnie, Maryland. Hello, Maria. Welcome. All right, we've got Jenny's getting inky with it. Welcome. Hope you're having a great Sunday so far. We've got Allison. You're from Southern California. Christmas always seems to sneak up to. I mean, I know I do. I'm just not ready. I'm just not ready for Christmas. I'm not ready for this year to be over. Quite. I feel like we haven't. It just seems like it's too soon for the year to be over. If that makes any sense. That makes any sense. I don't know. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I do think these are nice, cute, fairly easy to sew projects. So that's kind of the approach with the channel, is that I want the sewing projects to not seem super daunting so that you'll actually want to do them. Because sometimes I see tutorials and I think the item is really cool, but it just looks like way too much. I'm like, yeah, I'm never going to make that, or it looks like it takes too long. And I get pretty easily discouraged if something looks like it's going to take forever. Like I'm at the point, there are not a whole lot of projects I would start that if I thought they were going to take me like a few months to do. I don't know. And I'm not someone that's good at having an ongoing project that lasts forever. I kind of like to get things done and have that sense of accomplishment. I have a hard time working on long-term sewing projects. I'm just not good at that. I'm just not good at it at all. Oh, and this one, yeah, this is the zipper pouch tutorial. And this one does have a template, so you can trace and cut it out. You can print it out. I did this in, this is canvas with metallic gold print on it. Super cute. Also, I like that this is kind of a nice aesthetic. It looks sort of high-end because the colors are pretty neutral. I used a pretty nice fancy metal zipper, and then the inside of this, I did put a label on the inside. Let's see here. I did put a sewing label here. And then I lined it with laminated cotton so that the inside was wipeable. So if you're using this for like makeup or cosmetics or lotions or something, if something spills inside, you can actually clean it up. So that's why when I'm doing stuff like cosmetic pouches or little zipper pouches like this, I actually do like to use kind of a wipeable, easily cleanable material just for practicality. So yeah, so if you spill something in here, or if you get like, you know, lip gloss in it, you can wipe it up and actually attempt to clean that off. I would say laminated cotton is one of my favorite fabrics to sew with, especially for lining fabrics. I think it's great because just for that fact, just because you can, it's easy to clean. So you don't have to worry about getting stuff on it. So yeah, if you wanted to use this as a makeup bag or for toiletries when you're traveling, something like that, at least you have a surface on the inside that you can wipe and you can try to clean. So it's not a total, so it's not a total disaster, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, so there's a few other tutorials that are from the sewing report. I'm not going to go over like every single one of them in depth, but because everything's linked in the description box. But I also have a tutorial for easy quilted placemats. Yeah, quite a few lots of drawstring bags. We've got a lot of those tutorials. I've got a tutorial for cloth napkins with easy mitered corners. An easy basic pillowcase with French seams, simple pot holders. Okay, so the next one, this is actually somebody else's pattern. So we'll get to that. And I will say, I'm personally a fan of this designer. I've tried a few of her tutorials. I actually have purchased a few of her patterns, although I'm kind of bad. I haven't made a lot of them. And this is a free tutorial. So she has some freebies, but then she also has mostly patterns you can purchase. But this is Sotak Handmade. And this is her, and this is linked, by the way, this is linked in the description box. This is her tutorial for a boxed zipper pouch. And this pattern is great because you don't have to turn, like, the way it's constructed is really clever, and you don't have to turn, like, you don't have to sew, like, do the whole turning the bag thing. Because the interior is closed off by binding, it comes together really quickly and neatly. And I just think the way it's constructed makes a lot of sense, and it makes it easy because you don't have to do the whole thing where you're like turning the project inside out, like birthing the bag, you know what I'm saying? So this is one of my favorite free patterns, the boxed zipper pouch by Sotak Handmade. She also, I believe, has a video tutorial on her YouTube channel. I think she has a full, I want to say she's got a step-by-step video somewhere. I think she does on her YouTube. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's a really great tutorial. Okay, oh wait. Yeah, I think the video, I think it got unlinked, but I'm pretty sure she has it, because that's how I found it. It was a tutorial on her YouTube channel. But yeah, that's linked in the description box. And then this is what the finished item looks like. I made this. This is also Dana Willard. I'm a big fan of Dana Willard fabric as a fabric designer. So this is the really cute ice cream print. Yeah, super cute. I love the binding. I kind of like the little strip of fabric near the zipper tape. It's got tabs on the end, so you could add a D-ring or a keychain or something like that. And I did like kind of a fun zipper here. And then, here, I'll show you. I have mine stuffed with quilt batting here. So I'll take this out. And then the inside is lined with the like text print. But you can see here, look at how clever it is. The whole project, like, you don't have to, again, you don't have to worry about turning it inside out. The whole project is neatly bound with this binding tape, or like fabric, bias tape or whatever. So you don't ever have to, so that there's no raw edges. It's tucked neatly inside. I feel like this binding is kind of a fun little accent on the inside. So here, I'll turn it inside out here so you can see what it looks like. I just thought the way this came together was so clever. The tutorial is really easy. And I've made this pattern a few times, and I really like it, or this tutorial. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like right, or inside out. So this is what you got to do. So, I mean, yeah, look at this. So this is what it looks like inside out. And you're like, wow, that's like, totally flat. That's kind of interesting. So, all right. So I know it looks, isn't that kind of crazy? Like when you turn it inside out, how different it looks and how it doesn't have any shape. So you're like, that's kind of crazy. But then when you turn it right side out here, like, check it out. It's sort of like magic. Like the way you fold the inside, it creates this natural, these natural boxed corners. So I just think this is like the coolest, one of the coolest concepts for a boxy pouch. And I personally love that you don't have to turn it inside out. You don't have to like do the whole birthing the bag or the pouch thing. And like, yeah, look at how neat I just think this looks so cool on the corners. Isn't that neat? So like, it's sort of, it's like the folds that you made, I don't know, you know what I'm saying. But the folds you make when it's inside out creates the boxed corner so that you get a boxy pouch. So I just think this is one of the coolest patterns I've done. And it's just super easy. So it really, this really does not take you a long time. Yeah, it really doesn't take you a long time at all. I just think this is super cool. Yeah, you do have to, when you first make it though, you have to kind of, you kind of have to press it well so that it keeps the shape. But then once you do that, like I've kept mine stuffed with this quilt batting and it keeps the shape really well. So here, I'll stuff it here. All right, here we go. So I got mine stuffed with the quilt batting here. And then, yeah, so you can see now it's got this nice, kind of keeps this nice shape here. Here we go. All right. Try to. So, yeah, if I want my projects to keep its shape, I'll stuff it with something, whether it be like plastic grocery bags or quilt batting or whatever. Just stuff it with something. Sometimes I'll stuff it with other sewing projects or fabric. And yeah, then you press it, press it nicely. But yeah, so here is the Zipper Boxy Pouch by Sotak Handmade. Highly recommend this free tutorial. It's great and it doesn't take very long, and I just think it's a really cute pattern. So I'm a huge fan. I also put these like, I don't know if this was in the pattern or I added these, but I added some little kind of zipper tabs here just for some extra, kind of an unexpected accent fabric. So yeah, I just think this is such a cute pattern. And it was very easy. Doesn't take a ton of time, doesn't take a ton of fabric, but this is a really good I just think this is a really good boxy pouch design. And this is hands down one of my favorites in terms of, you know, how easy it is and whatnot. So this is the boxy pouch by Sotak Handmade that I'm obviously a big fan of. Yes, laminated cotton is a really good fabric to work with. You can get it on, I've seen a lot of it on Etsy. Sorry, my hair is going crazy, but Cloud9 Fabrics has quite a bit. I think the stuff I used was Cloud9 Fabrics. They have quite a few cute laminated cotton prints that I've purchased. So Cloud9, but I mean, I'm seeing it all, I've seen it all over Etsy. So it seems to be, you know, it's not super hard to get. And it's, you know, I just think it's really a great option for lining fabrics, for anything where you're going to keep liquids or like creams or anything like that. Like even like art supplies, something like that, where you could have a spill or where something could, you know, come out of the container. So you never know, right? You never know. Okay. Next up. Oh, this is okay, we got another zipper pouch here. I don't have any samples right now, but I have made this, I've made this pattern a few times. And this is the open wide zippered pouch by Noodlehead. This is a free tutorial. I made this one kind of when I was new to sewing. It's not super difficult. You can, you know, really customize it with fabric. And I liked this zipper pouch because it literally does open wide. So this was, I thought that was a cute, really cute pattern. And yeah, it's free. I think the instructions are good. So this is by Noodlehead. I've purchased several Noodlehead patterns. I featured them on the channel. Again, no, this is not, by the way, none of this is sponsored or anything. These are just designers that I like and have made stuff from. But yeah, I think Noodlehead, I don't think she has a lot of videos herself, but her written instructions and her illustrations and photos tend to be really good. So she's one of a few designers where I can follow along pretty well from the instructions and from the pictures and whatnot. So you can see how detailed this is. So I've linked this in the description. But yeah, super cute. It's the open wide zippered pouch. And I have made this a few different times. And yeah, it comes out, your project comes out really nicely. Yeah, and very cute. So yeah, very cute. So that is the open wide pouch. All right, well, let's see what else we got here. All right, we got Lisa here. Hello, Lisa. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Okay, I've got a few next up by, oh, there's another Noodlehead here. I'll go to the other Noodlehead pattern since we're talking about the Noodlehead designs. And I thought this was adorable. I have not made this one either, but I just think it's super cute. And I do trust her pattern quality. This is a free pattern she put out with, I think it was with Robert Kaufman Fabrics. And this is a Tiny Treasures basket and tray, and it's a free pattern. I just think this is very unique. It looks like something you would buy at like Anthropologie or Crate and Barrel or Pottery Barn or something. So I just thought this was super cute. So these are cut like shaped baskets. They're kind of curvy. I just think these are super cool looking. You could use them as like catch-alls in your house. You could put gifts in them. You could use them like as shown here for yarn or projects. Super cute. She's got leather handles. I do think these are super cool. I have not made these, but I want to, you know, I want to make these. I really do want to make these. I think Noodlehead, I think her name is Anna. She has a really good eye for design and for creating unique patterns, like stuff where you're like, wow, I haven't seen that before. That's really cool. So this is the Tiny Treasures basket. I think, and you can make them in a few different sizes. I just think these are so adorable. And oh yeah, it looks like she does sell leather. And yeah, you could get strips of leather and then, you know, rivet. She has those with rivets. I just think this is such a cool idea. And I like how these are like their shape. You know what I mean? Like they stand up on their own, and they're very stable. Like, so you're supposed to use, I'm not sure what stable. I wonder what she recommends. These are definitely using some pretty stiff stabilizer here. Okay. Oh, the pattern is okay. What are these napkins? Okay. Okay. And here's some. Here we go. Let me go back to her. All right. Okay. Here's the pattern. So the pattern is actually on the Robert Kaufman website, but so it looks like Robert Kaufman I don't know if they're still doing this, but they would contract with independent designers to create free patterns for the brand, but they would obviously pay the designers, but then the designer would create a pattern or tutorial for Robert Kaufman out of their fabrics so that they could offer that to customers. So I thought that was nice. So here is the pattern. Let's see, where is the... Yeah, let me see what kind of stabilizer... Okay, and I don't mind sharing this because this is a free pattern. So this is the instructions. What do they recommend? Okay, so it recommends firm, heavyweight, single-sided, fusible interfacing. Okay, so they give you some pretty good recommendations for what to use, and that really is what gives the basket such shape, so that it's not floppy and that it's very sturdy like it is that it uses heavyweight, single-sided, fusible interfacing. Okay. Okay, yeah, leather, double cap rivets. Okay, super cute. And this doesn't take a ton of fabric. Yeah, and then they've got templates here and show you how to make the basket. I just think this is cool because you can sew the binding in place, and then you don't, again, it's not a piece you have to like turn everything, you know, inside out or whatever. You just have to kind of put it together, and then, you know, close it up with the binding. So I think that's super cool. Let's see, where do you put the, Okay. Okay, the basket handles were attached 2 inches from each corner seam. Okay, tray tabs were centered directly. Okay. Yeah, I just think this is a cool pattern. And again, that's one thing I really like about Noodlehead, is that she comes out with very unique patterns that I haven't really seen. Or she comes up with it, like, even if it's kind of a basic design, she comes up with her own way of executing it, if that makes sense. So this is the Tiny Treasures basket here. Let me go back to her blog. I just think, yeah, super cute. Look at this. You could use these. Really good. This would also be like a good housewarming gift. You know, you could do this in Christmas fabrics if you wanted to make Christmas baskets, you know, for the kids, grandkids, anybody, or just for your house. I think there's a lot of possibilities with this. So I think this is I've not done this pattern, but I think it's super cute. And I really want to try to make these because it doesn't look too difficult, but I also think these are really cool. So yeah, look at how she uses them as decor. I just think this looks so upscale. This looks like something you would see at a high-end store, and they would be charging like $50 for those. You know what I'm saying? So that's another great, and this is a free pattern. Okay. We're moving on to the next one. Okay, and the next two are actually from another designer that I really like. And again, these are all free. So you know how last week we were talking about advent calendars? I found a really cute advent calendar. Okay, oh wait, where's my other one? I found another really cute advent calendar pattern here. Here we go. Okay. And again, these are all free. So again, this designer does have paid patterns, but these are all freebies that she offers, which I think is super cool. Okay. Yeah, the baskets are super neat. And they're not a new, like, they're a pretty old pattern. Like, I think that's been out for several years. But yeah, I just think the baskets look so cool that, yeah, I totally want to try those and try to make them. I think they're really, really cool. Okay, so these patterns are all from friend of the channel, Suzy Quilts, who I met at QuiltCon several years ago. She's super nice. And these are all free, patterns. So this is an advent calendar pattern, and it is super cute. I would say it looks a little bit more labor intensive. Like, it doesn't look like a super quick project. But if you do want to make an advent calendar, I do think this is very adorable. So yeah, look at it. So it seems pretty large. It's got different pockets, I guess from like 1 to 24. And I do like this one. I do like how this one has like more three-dimensional pockets. You know what I'm saying? So that you can put, so that the pockets are not flat, which I think is a good thing. So you can put slightly different sized items in there. Yeah, but you can see how she customized it with different, you know, Christmas trees, different decorations, and you could do that as well. You could put anything you want. It looks like they used stamps to put the numbers on, like just stamps and ink. But yeah, complete tutorial. Okay, yeah, number, stamps, fabric, ink. And yeah, they put different items in there, gifts for the kids. So yeah, this is definitely not a quick piece. And it looks like this is quilted. Okay, so it's sort of like making a quilt almost, because the whole backing is quilted here. And they put it on a dowel rod and have a string to it so you can hang it. So this is a free advent calendar pattern. Oh, and it's got like something at the bottom, a weight at the bottom. That's cool, so that it doesn't, you know, fly up or whatever. That's actually a really good idea. So again, this is a more involved project, but it is very cute. Let's see what else we got here. Here's all the fabric they used. Okay. Yeah, dowel sleeves. Okay, yeah, this is not, like, this would definitely be something that would take you a bit to make. I wouldn't say this is like a super quick project, but it is very cute. I do think it, you know, and again, again, if you're making this for your own family, it's not like you have to make one every year. You can make one and it'll last you for several years, and then you can reuse it next Christmas. So I do think this is super cute. Oh, and it looks like this was actually done by Kim Vogelsang for Suzy Quilts. Okay, so it looks like she designed it for the Suzy Quilts website. Okay. Yeah, I think this is adorable. Or you could even make this for other family members too. But yeah, you can, there's a lot of different ways you can embellish. I kind of want to maybe make a quicker advent calendar, but this one looks like very cool. This one does look very cute. So if you want to have a more impressive advent calendar, that might be it. So this is a free advent calendar pattern. And yeah, it's a pretty large calendar. Definitely a pretty large calendar here. All right. We've got two more Suzy Quilts free patterns. Okay, of course, we can't do holiday sewing without a big Christmas stocking. So this is a free Christmas stocking pattern. And also, it comes with a free, not only do you get like the stocking template itself, but they also give you instructions for how to do that like quilt block design on there. So I do think these are super cute as well. So this is a free Christmas stocking pattern. Yeah, I love the fabrics they chose. I think they look very like vintagey. Like kind of vintage or cottagecore. I don't know much about cottagecore, but that definitely looks like it kind of has that aesthetic. All right, I love the nice flat lay photography as well for the supplies. Is that like a little loop for the stocking? Yeah, okay, got a little loop here. All of the fabric requirements and supplies here. Okay, lots of stuff. You wonder where is the, what they use for the little loop there. I'm looking. So yeah, all of these supplies you need, all kinds of stuff. I kind of want to get those fork pins. Those are pretty cool. All right, here we go. Fork pins. Okay. Okay. Alright, so this is another free pattern from Suzy Quilts. Yeah, look at these gorgeous photos. Really cute. Yeah, it looks like this might be like ribbon. Yeah, I think this loop might be ribbon. So you could use ribbon. You could also use, you know, twill tape, anything like that. So super cute. And this would be a good scrappy. This would actually be a good scrap fabric project. Okay, and here's how you make like the quilt block design for the stocking. Very cute. Yeah, super cute here. Yeah, I'm sure they've got something for the template too. Let's see here. Where is the stocking template? Okay. Okay, here we go. Printed stocking template. Okay, originally from a cuffed Christmas stocking pattern. Okay, so, oh, here's another one. Okay. Okay, so this is from a different, oh, this is from Fabric Worm. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is definitely free. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll use that. Maybe I'll use that template myself. Maybe I'll do some more stockings here. So yeah, super cute. So that is another one from Suzy Quilts. And then I've got one more from Suzy Quilts. And this is if you really want to go big and do a quilt. So, and I have made this quilt. It came out super cute. This is one I've done. The quilt top came together pretty quickly. It wasn't, you know, it didn't take forever. This is called the Retro Plaid Quilt pattern. This is a free pattern. Yeah, super, I thought it was a fairly easy quilt top to do. I loved how it looks. You could do this in like holiday colors, prints. You could do this, you know, vintage style, whatever you want to do. Very cute. And this is a free pattern. I think Suzy made for I think it was originally for Birch Fabrics. I don't know if Birch Fabrics is even still around. But it kind of looks like, I just love how it has a plaid. I just love the plaid look. I think it's Sue. Of course, Suzy also sells a lot of patterns, but this is a free pattern. That's her dog, Scrappy. So I just love the way this looks. Super cute. Yeah, and she also has this video here. Yeah, look, this is how it comes together. It came together, like, once you get the main pieces, kind of, like, once you get those, like, triangular pieces, that's all you got to do, and it's done. So, yeah, it was very, the piecing itself was pretty, was fairly simple. I really liked how the layout of it, it was not, but I feel like this is a quilt that looks more difficult than it is to piece together. Because, yeah, look at all of the pieces, like, they're fairly large pieces of fabric, large and longer. So there's really not a lot to it, you know what I mean? So I would make this quilt again. I thought it was fun. I really liked the end result. I made mine in dinosaur fabric, so it was not a holiday fabric, but the quilt itself. So if you want to make a quilt, I think it's like throw. I think it's technically like throw size. Let me see what the size is of it. But this was I thought this was a great quilt pattern, and it's free. So if you want to try to make a holiday quilt or a Christmas quilt, this is a good one, and it's free and it's very cool. Let's see here. What is the finished size here? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like throw quilt size. Something like that. Okay, oh, here's the download. Okay, so you can download it here. Okay. So here is the downloaded pattern here. Oh, from Birch Quilts. Okay. And yeah, the final size is, let's see here. Yeah, and I love the colors that she used in the original. I thought it was so cute. Let's see here. Yeah, what was the finished size here? Okay, it looks like it's like, where is this? I'm trying to find the finished size of the quilt here. But yeah, I just think it's super cool, and I think it comes together really easily. Yeah, it comes together really easily, and it's, you know, it's really not a difficult to piece together quilt. Yeah, where is... yeah, it might be... Oh, finished size, 55 inches by 61. So yeah, definitely kind of a throw size, like cribs, you know, good for kids or good for like a something for your sofa, that sort of thing. It's not really big enough to be like a bed quilt, but it's good for a throw quilt or like something for kids, that sort of thing. But yeah, super cute. This is one of my favorite. This was a good project. I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed making it quite a bit. All right, so that is my rundown of free holiday sewing inspo of all free patterns and tutorials. What did you guys think? Did you have a favorite thing we've gone over? Favorite pattern, favorite tutorial? Let me know here. The stocking has a fun, modern, vintage style. Yeah, you could do a lot with that pattern. You could embroider or applique a name or initial in the middle square of the sock. That's a really good point, Denise. You could really, I mean, that's the good thing about stockings, is that you can do so much to personalize or customize the stocking so that it's unique or that you're adding a little something to it. So I think that's a really good idea. Great idea there. But yes, let me know in the chat here, or if you're watching on the replay, out of everything we've gone over so far, what did you find? What did you get the most inspo from, or what was the thing that you are most interested to make? I mean, I hope this provided some ideas, because I know sometimes it's hard for you to be like, what am I going to sew? You know, let's get some ideas. What can I do quickly? Like, you might not have a lot of time. You might not have a lot of time left. You got to get on it. So let me know which project do you think looks the most appealing to you for your holiday sewing. And actually, let's do a poll on YouTube. We're going to do a poll on YouTube. I want to ask you about your holiday sewing plans. Okay, let's do a poll here. Could be kind of fun. All right, so... Okay, the question will be... Let's see, what can we do for the question here? Oh, let's ask, have you... Are you planning to sew? Are you planning to sew Are you planning to make any of your holiday gifts or decor? Gifts or decor. Okay, here we go. All right, here's your poll. Okay, so the question is for y'all on YouTube, are you planning to make any of your holiday gifts or decor? Yes, no. So kind of an easy poll. Let's see what everybody says here. And it doesn't have to be a lot. Are you planning to do like any holiday sewing? Whether you're making, napkins, whether you're, for your own holiday company, whether you're making stockings, gifts, reusable, maybe some drawstring bags you can put some of your gifts in, anything like that. Let me know what your plans are. And we'll see where we're at here. All right. Oh, thanks, Denise. Yeah, I think the bags and boxes are great scrap busters, as well as reusable gift bags and containers. Yes, and that's the thing. I like it because it's also sustainable. Like if you're giving someone a gift in a drawstring bag, they can use the bag. They could use it for their own stuff, or they could actually reuse it for gift wrap for Christmas the next year. And again, you could do, again, if you're Jewish, there are even Hanukkah fabrics. I've seen all kinds of different fabrics for people of different faiths, so you don't have to be celebrating Christmas. I've seen all kinds of, there's something for everybody, I think. And I think that's the beautiful thing, about doing your handmade holidays is that you can, get custom fabrics. Again, you don't have to be celebrating Christmas. You can celebrate anything. And I've seen all kinds of different fabrics for different, there's a fabric for everybody, which is really beautiful about making your own stuff. But yeah, this is a more sustainable way to do the holidays. And I just think these are, there's a lot of really cute stuff. Like, again, I made these, I'm going to be gifting these to people. I already have this stuff. I'm going to definitely gift some of this stuff for sure. So that's my plans. That is definitely in my plans for sure. All right. Let's take a look at the poll here. Okay, so far 88% say yes, 12% say no. Okay. All right, so most of us are planning to do some level of holiday sewing. Okay, cool. Oh, this is a great one. Okay, so Rebecca says, one of my gifts was free embellishing of a plain coat for someone. The coat was in great condition and she loved it, but wanted it to be a little fancier, trim to the rescue. That's a really nice idea. So you helped somebody sort of upcycle something they had. I think that's great. That's fantastic. All right, I am working on my medieval costumes this year. Do you do like those events? Are you someone that kind of makes medieval costumes for Renaissance fairs or anything like that? I know, I'm just curious. Oh, nice. Buy markdown Halloween fabric and make treat bags for next year. Okay, that's a good idea. I just made a stocking for my mother-in-law. The one we used went missing. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's a good point because you can get really great deals on seasonal fabric after the holiday is over. So yeah, if you want to get holiday, you want to get Halloween fabric, buy it afterwards. If you want to get Christmas fabric, buy it in January. So that's a really good way to save some money. That's a good idea, Denise. That is a good idea. Okay, okay, forgive me. I don't know what SCA is. Is that some sort of, is that like an event or something? I'm not really sure. I did once go to I once went to a Renaissance festival. It was so here's my take on the Renaissance festival. So I did go once, and it was fun. I thought the food, you know, I'm all for like the turkey legs and stuff and anything like that. I don't really drink very much, but you know, like I thought it was cool. So my take on my review of the Renaissance festival. So there was this one like pavilion that you could go to and sit down, and there was like a guy singing, but he was like it was like a comedian who was like singing. He was singing like very off-color songs. So like they had a lot of like I'll say the songs were kind of lewd, definitely more of an adult theme. But what was funny about it was that they were definitely not appropriate they were not family friendly. So families but there wasn't a lot of places at this event to sit down. So this was one of the few areas where you could come and have like seats. So all of these families with kids kept coming into this pavilion, and then they were like, holy cow, what is going on with this guy? Because he's singing like very like crazy songs. Like the song lyrics were kind of like out there. So every time, like every few minutes, the guy would have to say, hey, this is not a family friendly show. Like if you have kids, you know, you might not want to leave there. And then you would see these families with children like get up and go. So that was kind of interesting. I think they did have some signage on that section that said like, you know, this is not a children's area, but people like didn't see it was kind of hilarious because people didn't see the sign. So they would come in with the kids, sit down, and then this guy is singing like, you know, lewd songs, you know, about like drinking and like other kinds of stuff, like stuff that was definitely not for children. So all of these families were like really caught off guard because they clearly didn't know that it was kind of an adult area. And then literally the guy, you could tell the singer guy was kind of annoyed because he's like, hey, this is, you know, like, and he would kind of say in an exasperated tone every few minutes, you know, this entertainment is not family friendly. He used like a lot of curse words. So it was definitely not like for the kids. But every like 5 minutes he kept having to reiterate that this was not a kid friendly performance. And everyone's like very surprised. So that was kind of funny. That was a little bit funny about the Renaissance, the other thing I noticed about the Renaissance festival was that you would get people in like the traditional like Renaissance, you know, medieval period clothing. But then there were also a bunch of people there that kind of like mishmashed it with a bunch of other stuff. Like a lot of people were wearing like Lord of the Rings type costume, like cosplays. That obviously are like, they were dressed as like mythical fairies or unicorns or something. So stuff that obviously wasn't really like accurate to the period, but like they had gone into like the fantasy genre. And they were kind of, so they were starting to like, you were starting to see like a real blur in the line of the costume themes from not only being medieval costumes, but also being just people dressed as like Lord of the Rings people, like characters or something. Or like, you know, magic. Like I saw a lot of magical fairy costumes or things that were, or like, you know, mythical things that aren't real. You know, so they obviously wouldn't be in, you know, medieval history or whatever. But I did find that kind of interesting. I thought the whole event was kind of fascinating. I don't know if it was like really my wheelhouse. I enjoyed it. Would I go back all the time? Maybe not. You know, but I appreciate all the work that goes into the cosplaying costumes and obviously all the stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure. That might have been one of those things where it's like one and done for me. But yeah, that the tent with like the pavilion with the guy with the lewd songs was quite memorable. And then the people with all of the Lord of the Rings costumes at the Renaissance Festival were also like unexpected. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, that's cool. Okay, I love SCA. Okay, a lot. Is that like live action role playing, I think? Okay, I make all of his garb. Okay, educational reenactment of medieval times. Okay, so just to clarify, like they're how would you classify like the people that are in like the Lord of the Rings mythical costumes? Like, I mean that obviously those are not like historically accurate because they're, you know, those don't really exist. But yeah, I saw a lot of people wearing like Lord of the Rings type costumes. Just tons of magical a lot of magical fairies. Yeah, I think I remember seeing like a couple some unicorn costumes. Like, so people are getting very creative, but also I think they were kind of blurring the lines between medieval times, but also like things that are not real, I guess. I don't know. So maybe I'm off there. That was just my observation as like a casual observer. All right, I'm attempting to make an in the hoop wall hanging nutcracker. Okay, that's awesome for my neighbor. That's her theme this year. Maybe napkins with nutcrackers embroidered. That's super cute. Okay, I like that. Okay. Civil War reenactments are fun to see. Those do look pretty cool. Okay, so those are LARPers. Okay, sword and sorcery type LARP groups are quite popular. Okay, so would you kind of lump everyone into one category, or would you say like they're kind of a different thing? I don't know. But yeah, there were a lot of people wearing the Lord of the Rings costumes, and then, dude, I saw so many fairies at this thing, and I was like, was that in medieval? I was just kind of confused, because I was like, is that part of medieval times? I don't even know. I mean, I wasn't around back then, but, you know, I mean, fairies, as far as I know, fairies are not real, right? I think. I don't know. Oh, those are... Okay, so you call them LARPer. Okay, LARP costumes. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea. I think people just wanted to dress up as fairies. You know, like, who knows? Maybe they'll start incorporating vampires at this thing. I have no idea. But the guy singing the lewd songs in the pavilion was something that's kind of hard to forget. Yeah, I'm not sure I would really fit in at a medieval times type role-playing thing. I don't think there were a lot of Asians. Probably not a lot of Asians at, you know, in that society, I guess. I don't know. Probably not a lot of them. Probably not a lot of Asians in the Civil War either. I mean, maybe like a few. I don't know. Probably not a lot, though. Let's just being honest here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so it's like you got the history reenactments versus like the fantasy people. Okay. Yeah, and again, they did look like fun. I appreciate it. But yeah, they definitely seemed like different. Kind of two different categories, I guess. And I bet when I went like Game of Thrones at Nop, I imagine now, are you getting a lot of Game of Thrones? Lots of Game of Thrones LARPers? Is that a thing? Lots of Game of Thrones people? Let me know. Yeah, I know cosplaying is super popular. I personally have not really done it a lot. I think it's cool. The Cow Butt Crunchies cosplay ladies, they're amazing. I just don't know if I could... I don't know if I could get to that level of detail with my making stuff that I could make anything like that. I wish I could. I don't know if my abilities stretch that far. All right, we're going to turn the mute. Let's get the music back on here. Okay, so I do want to kind of share something. I do want to share something kind of about the show here. All right. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, you can definitely see which book, movie, TV shows are popular because it shows up. Yeah, I can imagine these events are they probably got like overrun with Game of Thrones cosplays after that show came out. Okay. Yeah, the cow butt crunchies ladies, man, I was like, I see what they do, and I just feel, I'm just like, wow. You know, I do not think I could get to that level, but they are amazing. They're really awesome. All right, yeah. Do the Asian people just cosplay as like historic, you know, just previous historical periods? I don't know. Like I've seen, what's her name? Yaya Han. She seems to do more like anime. Like I've seen some like anime type stuff. So that seems to be what the Asians do. Like Koreans will do a lot of those like, you know, historic, like the periods, you know, like the period costumes. So I've seen some of that. All right, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can barely make clothing. Like, let's be honest here. Okay, so I do want to kind of talk a little bit about the Sewing Report live show, the channel. I'm kind of coming to a crossroads in terms of a few things. So, I think I might take a few weeks off here at the end of this year. I haven't 100% made up my mind. So here's the deal. This tool I use to live stream now, I'm going to be switching to something else. So this is called StreamYard. It's a like web-based live streaming system. And I've been with StreamYard for like 4 years. But unfortunately, the company was sold. The original owner sold the company, and they've really made a lot of changes with like the tiers of like what plan you have. Like this is something I have to pay for, and they've changed the tiers, and they have drastically jacked up the prices. So, yeah. This was already kind of pricey as it was for what it is. This is like, I think currently it's like $460 a year, $470 a year. That's pretty expensive. At the time I signed up for it, I was willing to pay for it because, there weren't a lot of competitors to, with the features that StreamYard had at the time. So it was pretty cutting edge technology. And, you know, so I didn't mind paying for it. But that was like 4 years ago. They have since changed the price. So if you want like the good plan, the price is now it's over $800. And I think that's insane. So I've had some kind of tough business decisions to think about in terms of like the live streaming stuff. I've been doing this channel for like over a year and a half. I will say this, the numbers are kind of starting to not make sense from a financial perspective. I really enjoy doing the show. I hope it brings value to everybody. I'm kind of having a tough time justifying continuing this. I really like it though. I really like it. So I think I need to rework some stuff. But the obvious decision is that I've got to dump StreamYard. It's too expensive. And the other thing is they have not really improved. They have not made a lot of feature improvements in 4 years. It's expensive. And they're about to double the price. They're doubling the price whenever I renew. My new renewal for this is up in January. So There's a lot of alternatives now that didn't exist when I first signed up with this tool. But again, this is kind of on me. I've stuck with it because it's comfortable and easy for me to use. But it lacks a lot of features that I would like. Like, I would love to have this be more of a fun live experience with like cool sound effects and like fun things that pop up on the screen. And StreamYard doesn't really have any of that. Like, I would have to like use I would have to try to use like OBS or something, which I do use OBS to some capacity, but I would have to really, I would have to set I would have to really drastically change the setup in order to incorporate some of the cool features I see like on Twitch and stuff. Like when like somebody donates, you get like it pops up on the screen with like a cool, cha-ching sound effect, like something fun, music sound effects, stuff that pops up. And for all of the money that StreamYard is charging, the features they have are, really don't reflect that. They don't even reflect the $400 price, let alone the $800 price. So if you are looking into streaming, I cannot recommend StreamYard because it's just not worth it. Super expensive. This channel, just in full transparency, this channel makes less than $100 per month, this whole channel. So I kind of realized I need to make some changes. I'm not exactly sure I'm going to be real. I'm not exactly sure what those changes need to be. But one change I have to make is obviously dumping this StreamYard thing because, I cannot justify $800 a year just for like basic live stream capabilities when I have other options. So I have actually already purchased a much cheaper alternative. Hopefully I don't regret this, but I purchased a 1-year plan on Streamlabs Ultra. And Streamlabs Ultra, from what I can tell, has a lot of those fun features I've been looking for. Like the ability to do like cool widgets and like all kinds of like neat graphics, animations, like the sound effect. Like I wanted a soundboard for this show forever. And the only thing I do like, I really like this feature. I do like this feature of popping up. This is called like highlighting comments. I really like this feature that I can put up your individual like chats on the screen. That's one of the things I do like about StreamYard. But Streamlabs Ultra also does have, I did look into it and it does have that feature as well. At least from what I could tell. So I did already sign up for Streamlabs Ultra. But my problem now is I have to learn I have to kind of figure out, I have to get everything set up. So that's why I'm thinking of maybe taking a few weeks off this month just to try to figure all of that out. Because I'm definitely going to be canceling StreamYard. There's no way in hell I'm going to pay $800. It's like $828 a month for like the pro plan or whatever. And I'm just like, that's nuts. Again, especially not like if this channel is making thousands of dollars a month, even then I don't even know if I would do it because I think the features on StreamYard have not caught up to the rest of the market. So again, I'm just being 100% here. If you are considering streaming or want to do Twitch or something, I do not recommend StreamYard. I used to recommend StreamYard, but I think the change of ownership has been really bad for the creators because, they've doubled the price and they have not added any worthwhile features, in my opinion. Like nothing that I think justifies paying $800. So here, I'll show you So I have signed up for Streamlabs Ultra, but I don't really know how to use it yet. So I have to figure out like what I'm doing with Streamlabs Ultra. So here, I'll show you guys. So this is going to be the new, way I do streaming. So I got a Black Friday deal from from Streamlabs Ultra. And the price was a lot better. So the price of this was I got this for $122 for the year. So at least I can try it out, see if I like it. And it's a much more affordable price. So this is, again, I don't know if I recommend Streamlabs Ultra at this point because I just signed up. But I've been looking into the features, and it has like some really fun things. So this channel, you will, when I do stream starting in January, it's gonna look, it's gonna look a lot different. So it's gonna be a completely different vibe to it. But it's something I have to do. And the other thing that I'm not really sure about is, you know, how I'm going to continue to do content on this channel, just because this does have to make financial sense. And currently, I'm not sure if the fact that I'm making less than $100 on this channel is like, you know, would my time be better spent just making videos for the other channels? So, you know, I'm just being real here. But I am running into some, you know, some tough decisions here. But I will be, you know, if I do continue streaming here, and again, even if I don't, at least this Streamlabs Ultra didn't cost, you know, an arm and a leg. $122 is, you know, not terrible. And it's for the whole year. So I was like, okay, that's not bad. You know, but at the same time, you know, like, again, I've had some really good numbers on this channel at times, but then sometimes not. And obviously that has to do with me. That has to do with the content. You know, because you really can't blame the audience for showing up or not showing up. It's really on the creator to you know, give enough of a value proposition where you want to show up. So I don't really like when creators will like shit on their audience for like not what, you know, it's like, if people aren't watching the videos or your live streams, the only one you really have to blame is yourself. So I really appreciate everyone that watches. I just have to kind of figure out like how to actually get this channel to you know, to get more eyeballs, because otherwise it really, you know, it really doesn't make sense. So I'm kind of thinking about it. I am going to try Streamlabs Ultra. I do think that'll give it a much different look and feel to this live show. The other thing I was thinking is that maybe what I do, you know, the other thing I've run into is that I've really tried, and usually I can find something to talk about each Sunday, but a lot of what I've noticed is that people will tune in based on the topic. So if it's like a hot topic or a very interesting topic, obviously that'll get people watching. But at the same time, you know, it might, you know, you kind of run into a catch-22, because you can only make videos or content when you have something to make content on. But at the same time, with live streaming, I do think it's important for consistency. So if you're not streaming, if you don't have a regular schedule for streaming, it's hard for people to tune in live if they don't know what time and what day you normally stream on. So that's kind of a dilemma I'm running into, is that I do think that overall it might make more sense just to make videos or do live streams when news pops up. But at the same time, if I do this kind of at random times and it's not very consistent, that also might not be great, because, you know, if nobody who's subscribed to this channel or watches this channel knows like when I'm going to stream, then that, you know, that might not work out either. So some tough things to work through here. But I did kind of want to give everyone a heads up of sort of what's happening. But yeah, I'm going to be dumping StreamYard. So the way this live stream looks is going to be phased out. So it's going to look a lot different. And I actually have to get everything set up with this, you know, whatever the new thing is. And then the other thing is, like, if numbers don't improve on this channel, you know, I might get to the point where maybe I upload, I know, and that's the thing, it's called Sewing Report Live. Maybe I upload a video whenever there's actual news, just so people can watch it. Because the other thing is that if people if people aren't, like, I try to cut clips if there's something different to talk to, but I've also noticed if, like, the chit-chat, I do a lot of chit-chat here. If people are watching live, it's cool and it makes sense. But people watching on the replay, a lot of them don't want the chit-chat or, like, reading the comments and stuff like that. So if I want more viewers who will just watch on demand and not live, it has to have a pretty, it also has to have a pretty, like, condensed, concise format, and that's not really a live stream. So I'm trying to figure out what to do. Let me know what you think of this show. And again, like, yeah, but yeah, I'm definitely, when I do stream on this channel, it will have a much different look, and it's not going to be the same. So I got to try to figure out this StreamYard thing. I haven't even really begun to, like, get into it. So it's like, yeah. So this is what I'm going to be using moving forward. It's called Streamlabs Ultra. Not sponsored or anything. I bought this. They do have an affiliate program, so I think I'll sign up for that. If I like it, I'll let you guys know about it. And it's much cheaper. It has a lot of features. And it looks like it's pretty easy to use, hopefully. So this is what I'm going to be playing with. But, you know, for 2025, I definitely need to be reworking the format of this, or in the content strategy on this channel, because, you know, like, if I'm being honest with myself, I can't keep doing this indefinitely if the channel is making like $80 a month. It makes no sense. It takes me away from making evergreen. And that's the thing, on the main Sewing Report channel, my videos are evergreen. So over time, I get a lot more views because the videos, you know, have a very long shelf life. These live streams have a pretty short shelf life because they are news. It's dated news, you know. So, you know, I like doing this. I think it's had some periods of success. But, you know, there's a season for everything. So I'm really trying to figure out, like, what to do from here. So, all right, let's check out some of the comments. Okay, thank you, Lee. Working on a quilted table runner, made lap quilts over the summer for Christmas. That sounds cool. All right, that makes sense. I understand that you as a creator need to adjust and try new things in tech. This time of the year is a good time for a break with the busy holiday season. Yeah, I agree. That's too much money. Yeah, $800, like, that's crazy. And for a product like that, like, there's nothing that's that expensive. It's insane. Don't want to lose watching you live. What do I do with Midnight Sundays? So yeah, I gotta figure things out. Like, and that's the thing. We have a good, like, core group of people that do watch every week. You know, and I'm not sure, like, you know, you guys have been awesome, so I'm not really sure, you know, how to handle that, you know. So, and I've tried live streams a number of times, like, different iterations. Like, I've kind of done it for a while, then I kind of went away from it, and then I came back to it. And it's been tough. You know, I had to split them off of the main channel because a YouTube employee was like, you got to stop doing this. So I was like, okay. All right, have you built enough on this channel to integrate? I would not be able to, I really have to keep this type of content separate. So, like, the main Sewing Report channel is for, like, sewing, embroidery, like, quilting, straight up videos. And I've separated off, like, the new, like, kind of like the news happenings, water cooler talk. I moved everything to this channel. So I do think there's a place for it, but maybe it's in the form of, like, if something is happening, I shoot a video and upload it here about, like, you know, if there's something major that everybody's talking about. Maybe it's something where I just fire up the live stream or I upload a video. You know, kind of like my old Cricut policy videos, that kind of thing. So even though it's called Sewing Report Live, it might make more sense. It actually might make more sense to upload, to just upload videos here. You know, if I'm not really doing regular live streams and maybe doing, like, the occasional live stream. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Which videos have done well for you? As far as on the, if you're asking about the Sewing Report main channel, definitely the, like, how to use the definitely tutorials over time, and how to, like, kind of basic, here's how to use this machine. Like, those have done really well. And that's the thing, those are, like, super evergreen for the most part. you know, you're like, and even a lot of these tutorials over time have done, like this tutorial for the boxy pouch is done really well because it's timeless. But that's the problem with sewing news, is that it's dated. So like, it's hot for like a week, all the views are on the front end, and then like nobody cares. So that's sort of, look, this is just sort of a behind the scenes into like YouTube stuff. Sounds like the old program has priced themselves out of the market. I know, right? That's an understatement. Take some time to think and learn the new program. Okay. In between, you know, that's the thing. MK, this is what we've done here. You know, we do that. You know, but like a lot of it just, I'm going to be real, it just doesn't really get a lot of people watching. Like I've done a lot of new products, community, I've done all of that stuff. The new patterns, it's a little hard because like, you know, that's not really my wheelhouse. And it's also like, I don't know. I don't know if that would, I don't know if I think that would work. But like when I talk about like a lot of new stuff, you know, some of it does better than others, but you'd be surprised at, you would really be surprised, MK, at what people want to watch. You'd be very surprised. And a lot of the time it's not what you would expect at all. It's like kind of the opposite. So I know, you know, and that's the thing with the new, here's the other thing. For like the new patterns and stuff, that would actually require a lot of work to try to track all that stuff down and like curate it. And I'm not really sure that's something I want to do. I kind of want to focus more on like the actual new, you know, more like actual news, that kind of stuff. Like I do a lot of new, like if I hear about a new product or like something that's kind of game changing, that's something I cover. But yeah, and there are a lot of people there are people who do like, you know, let's check out the new simplicity patterns or something. But I don't know, like when I've done that, and I have done stuff sort of like that, and like those streams, they didn't really get people, they really didn't do well. The new sewing machines or like new tech, that does like okay. But it's more like the stuff that does best on this channel is like the huge stuff, like the JOANN bankruptcy, like, you know, looking into all that, like kind of like things everybody is talking about. You know, even when I did that standalone video about the Domestica scammers, that's doing well over time. So maybe it's just a matter of kind of maybe doing an occasional live stream, but mostly doing straight up topical, edited videos about different, more hard-hitting topics. So, but you would really be surprised. A lot of stuff that you think would do well or people would watch, they just don't. They just don't. I know. You're like, wow. Denise says, I see more videos about patterns, not as much as about sewing craft industry, breaking, or noteworthy news, but that might be the algorithm. Well, also, Denise, your algorithm depends on what you've personally watched. So if you watch a lot of videos about patterns, you're going to get more videos about patterns. So YouTube serves you what it thinks you will watch. So if you see a lot of videos about sewing patterns, it's because you have personally sought out videos about sewing patterns. So yeah, I got to figure this channel out. And again, if I have to step back and maybe focus more on the main Sewing Report channel, I think that's okay too. You know, because it's sort of like there's a time for everything, and maybe, you know, maybe right now this is just not a great time for me to be live streaming. I don't know, but yeah, like I just can't. You know, I really, it wouldn't make sense for me to do a whole other year on Sewing Report Live if the channel, you know, if the channel generates like, you know, $80 a month. So again, not that it, you know, I wish it didn't have to be about finances, but that is something that you need to focus on if you're doing YouTube as a job or or a business. So, you know, it is what it is. But so maybe what I would do is like the occasional live stream, especially if there was something kind of big happening, and maybe kind of doing uploaded videos just if I wanted to share my take on something real quick. Like, hey, this just happened. Here's kind of a quick, kind of, quick hot take if I've got a, if I have an opinion on something. So it might be something like that. Well, I appreciate that. Take your time to decide, do what's good for you. So yeah, but I appreciate everyone watching. This has been a really great community. I really enjoy hanging out and everything. So we'll figure it out. 2025 is coming up. It's all good. I hope everyone has a great Christmas, and I'll let you guys know if we're gonna go live next week. I'm not really sure. I might try to figure out Streamlabs. Maybe I'll do some test streams. Maybe you guys can join me for some experimental streams so we can try out some of the features. But yeah, this might be something where I go occasionally live if there's something pretty big to talk about, and then maybe also upload videos when, just to, if I just have something to say, I'm like, hey, this just happened, here's what I think about this, what do you guys think? And it might be something like that, because a lot of people do watch the upload videos or the stream clips as well. But the clips, what I'm finding is that it's kind of hard to clip. It takes up more time than I'd like to clip segments from the live stream, and then even so, people don't like it because it's a live stream and it's not like super highly edited. But I don't really have the time. Like, it doesn't, there's no ROI. It's just not there for highly editing a live stream segment, you know what I'm saying? So all right, guys, I'm probably going to sign off for the evening. I will check out, in the community tab on this channel, I'll let you guys know any updates or what is going on. I hope everyone has a great holiday season, and I hope you got some ideas tonight on some things you can make for free. So no paid patterns. These are all free patterns and tutorials. And if you'd like to support the Sewing Report channels, one way you can do so is by checking out the Sewing Report Etsy shop at sewingreport.etsy.com, where you can find fabric and sewing supplies. I am running a sale. You can get 15% off orders of $75 or more for the rest of the month, and you will get free shipping. So sewingreport.etsy.com. All right, guys. Oh, all right. You know what? I'm not really ready for this. Denise, I'll just say one. Here's the show I'm currently watching. I don't have like a real review yet, but I'm watching one called The Heavenly Idol. Look it up. The Heavenly Idol. So that's what I'm watching now. All right, guys. I got some groceries coming soon, so I got to run. But I hope everyone has a great week ahead. I'll keep you updated in the community tab here and also on the main channel. But I hope everyone has a great, safe, and fun holiday season. Enjoy it with your friends and family. And I will see you guys again soon here on Sewing Report Live. All right.